first ever vlog drive. I am currently on my way to London because it is, I'm going for a friend's event. It is Hannah Rose Cluley's Overflow Live London. It's going to be a busy weekend, so I wanted to bring you guys along for it. A lot of my weeks are at home, so when I get out and about, I will make sure that those are the main focuses for these episodes. We are currently on our way to King's Cross because I am picking up the wonderful Amy Irons, who is one of our Solopreneur Judges, and she is coming in from Scotland. So then we are then going to be heading over to Suds, who was also one of our judges for the Solopreneur Awards. And we're going to go over there and shoot a little sort of segment with him, which will be really fun. He's in Canary Wharf. And then we are staying at the Columbia Hotel, which is where the event is tomorrow for Hannah. So yeah, all good fun and games. I am super excited to bring you along for this. It's going to be so fun. And I love vlogs anyway. It's kind of like my thing. It's what I do to unwind. And so it kind of felt like the right next step. So yeah, weekly vlogs. And it's kind of the perfect year to do it because we are genuinely about to blow up with the businesses. And I get to sort of bring you behind the scenes of that and really show you it's not perfect. It's definitely messy and perfect action always, which is something that I absolutely teach to my clients. So I'm going to show you my messy and perfect action, but it is the things that move the needle, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, let's go forward. Let's go do it. Let's do it. We are in London. We have come to Canary Wharf, which is Suds' office, and I am joined by our fabulous judges from the 2025 Solopreneur Awards. We're missing Kaylee today, but we've got Amy Irons and Suds Singh. And I am so excited. So obviously we've reopened the applications. Exciting for 2026 Solopreneur Awards. And so I figured it'd be really lovely if we could just get together and just have a chat about solo in general, the judging process, how, like from your perspectives, what all of that experience kind of entailed for you guys. So I guess let's kind of kickstart with that piece. Is how did you both find the judging process, the applications that came through in year one? Like, yeah, why should people apply? We can talk about all of that, but how did you guys find it? Yeah.
I think, and I know we've had this discussion briefly, we were so impressed by the variety, by the depth that women brought to their applications. For me, as someone who really values authenticity and storytelling, seeing the journey behind the scenes of the Instagram business was just such an incredible experience. And I think we got to see behind the scenes, but I think even just on a personal level, it was lovely to see other entrepreneurs going through the same things. And I think this is, again, something that we talk about a lot, is being able to really help people see themselves and see where they're going. And so it was really nice as a judge to go and see behind the scenes of everyone else's stories. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, a lot of the times what you don't realize is you see like the 10th of what someone's put out as a business.
Yeah.
And it was a privilege and an honor to be able to read through the bios of what the submissions had gone through. Firstly, it was the first time I've been asked to judge anything, so I was grateful for that.
I guess it's quite unique
to
be asked to be judging something anyway.
Yeah, and it's some of the kind of thing that you can say, oh, I've been asked to judge. You know, it's just not a relatable topic. I mean, I think I'm a good judge.
Great judge.
No, but I think it was a case of, okay, firstly, I was really honored that you and Jess had asked me to actually be a judge. Secondly, you know, it was amazing, and also it was very inspiring for me to see what all these women had gone through and the journey they'd taken to get to where they got to, and what you know, like we do, but what you don't realize is how much hard work and thought goes behind everything you put out there as a business. And it's something that you don't really get to see, but as a judge, you know, we kind of were able to see a really, really wide range of businesses, from something that I'd never thought existed to something which is like, wow, this person's made a really good business. So just seeing that was an eye-opener for me, and also hearing and listening and, you know, seeing some of the journeys, especially a few of the founders had been through, was just amazing. You know, so as a judge, you know, I felt honored to have been asked to judge, but also two, it's like I was very humbled because the stories and the journeys some of the women had gone through was amazing.
Yeah.
Just really nice.
I love that. I think, and this is it. It's like we were just talking about this earlier. It's like a whole other world is the online space, and some of the, like you said as well, like some of the niche coaches that were coming through. It would be so great in 2026 to see all the weird and wonderful sort of varieties of different types of coaches and services that are now out there in the world. And I just think, so yeah, we want a load more of those as well. A load more of those. So in terms of, obviously, like the judging process in itself, I really try to make it as fair as we possibly could do, right? That's really important to me. And so what I really loved was, like, none of us knew who the winners were until on the night, because it was very ranked 1 to 5 based on those 4 categories. And so in terms of that, did that make it easier for you? Did you like not knowing who the winners were? Like, on a whole, like, what was that for you guys?
I mean, I feel like we actually approached this in a independent perspective, because we didn't know each other. No. There was no conversations between the judges or the organizing team, or even some of the people who'd submitted their application. So, you know, like, I feel like we judge each submission in its own merit, and because we were actually looking at the facts from what we could see on the submissions, as well as what the person's put out, like their social media links or their channels or their website, and, you know, just using a bit of common sense. Right? What does this person do? How long has the business been going for? You know, and are they who they say they are? Yeah. So I feel like, you know, like I read through almost every single one of the submissions, and I read through everything actually, and it took me a while to get
it's a long process.
Yeah. And you only had 3 days to do it in as well.
Yeah,
like
it was
that,
like an
intensive experience. When we were sort of getting closer, the amount of women that got in touch to say that they had toyed with the idea, right? But didn't feel worthy. So this seems to be coming up a lot as well. And I've had it even for 2026, this piece around not feeling worthy enough to even put their name forward.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then to see the amount of people that, because as we were sort of getting to crunch time, and there were a few people that I was like, I've seen their work and I want them to submit. And so I would get in there right at the end and I would say, I really love what you're doing and I want to see your name on the list of applications. And they would get back to me and they're like, do you know what? I almost did it and I talked myself out of it. I'm going now. I'm going to go do it. And then a lot of people submitted just off the back of that, almost like needed that permission slip to be like, oh, I am creating something of value. And so, like, I guess, what would you guys say to the person right now that's hovering over the button to get their application and feeling like they're not feeling worthy enough Like, that's the word that keeps coming out. And I'm like, oh, and it's one of those ones where you're just like, oh, I so want this for you even more now. Like, what would you say to those people that are literally just in their own way? Suds.
I mean, look, you've done the hard bit by putting yourself out there. Anyone who's an entrepreneur knows how much hard work it is, and it really is. You know, and by submitting yourself to an award like Solopreneurs or even something similar, you're actually putting yourself out there to your peers who will see and judge your business fairly, and also, you know, it's like almost like a mental exercise for you to see
Yes.
what people think about your company. You know, ultimately it doesn't matter, but if you do want that recognition from peers or even just visibility from people around you, even if you don't win, I think it's worth, you know, something that you should. It's a worthy exercise that you should take part in.
It's the stake in the ground to be like, I'm backing what I'm building.
Exactly.
And it's what it's doing is it's this piece of like, if you're struggling to shout about your services and your business, the longevity of your business in true reality form, and this is something that we all have to build, it's a muscle, right? But like, if you have issues with saying how great your service is, how great your product is, no one else is going to trust to buy it, right? It's this piece around like, no one's going to shout louder than you about what you're creating. And this is the piece of the puzzle that's probably, if you are at a point in your business where you're feeling like things are stagnant, where the energy is off in your business, if you're not even in a position where you can't put yourself forward and feel good about what you're building, that's going to make things 10 times harder for you to sell. And it's not about your servicing isn't good enough. It's about I'm backing what I'm building. I believe so much in what I'm producing that it is worthy of being in a lineup. Solo isn't really about the trophies. It's about the stuff that it takes to get your name out there. It's about the stuff it takes in you to create something from the ground up, to really put yourself in a position where it's like, I'm building something of impact, and that is the piece of the puzzle. Whether you're nominated, whether you win, whether you're a finalist, just being an applicant and being in that room on that night, the energy was wild.
Yeah, we were just saying that. Yeah.
Like sorry, I've gone off on a tangent, but.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think as someone who coaches women regularly on this, self-worth is something that is built with experience. Okay, and worth is an inherent thing that we all have, but in order to really feel it, you have to push yourself constantly out of your comfort zone. It's not going to just land on your lap. And that is not to say that you need to win awards to recognize your business, but by pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, this is an industry awards, right? This is something that is very common to self-submit for. And if that terrifies you, that's a good thing. Because by the end of the year, no matter what kind of business you have, no matter what you want to achieve in your business this year, look at that application form as an invitation to challenge yourself this year, to be proud of yourself, of what you've put on that form. It's not always about how much financially you're bringing in. It's not always about, okay, can I top how many clients that person has? Can I do this? Challenge yourself, because you as a human being deserve to have purpose and deserve to have something that really lights you up. So look at that submission form. You get up until July 26th to work on that application and look at it as an opportunity to be visible in a community of people who are ready and welcome to meet you, to spotlight you. This is not a case of putting anyone on a pedestal or anyone being better than anyone else. This is a chance for women to
There we go.
We're too still. We need to be like, what were you saying? this is an opportunity
Yes.
to be a part of something that welcomes women from all spaces, all places, from a complete diverse background of business and everything else, to be a part of something that actually welcomes you in as that solopreneur, as the person who's always been a bit different, as the person who's always been against the grain, and find your community here. And that's what it's about. So even if you find it terrifying, turn it round, use it as an opportunity to be really proud of yourself by the end of the year.
Also, just to speak on that really quick, something that I have been loving is people are purchasing categories even if they've not yet accomplished it yet. So I've seen a couple people, or I've had people speak to me and say, I've gone for a most innovative content creator. I've purchased my application, but they're not even creating content yet. And so it's almost like the stake in the ground to be like, no, if I want to be in the running for this category, I'm going to purchase it, because that's me telling myself, this year, my focus is content. So by July 26th, when the doors close on submissions, I know that I have pushed myself because I purchased that. It's like it's like your forward forecasting, right? And I think that's really quite interesting.
Yeah, it's like closing the door to say, look, I'm going to go through with this.
Right? And trusting yourself to go there.
Oh, it's cold.
Right.
I'll see myself out.
Oh, these are great.
You're going to have so many funny outtakes. We're all low on blood sugar. That's what it is.
Okay, carry on.
What
were we saying?
You have to get used to us being chaotic.
Oh, it's such a shame that Kaylee's not here.
I know.
Isn't that such a shame?
Next time.
Next time.
Yes. I'm totally lost.
Yeah.
Was I talking about something?
I don't know.
In short, get your applications.
Get your application.
Get your applications in.
It was very inspiring, and also like, you know, as a person who's kind of independent to the coaching world, and also this is what a lot of companies who are individuals who are there.
Yeah.
It was just it was really like humbling to be in a room with so much of that energy. People were supporting each other. People were connecting with each other, and I think it's more, you know, like as a solopreneur, you're in your head a lot of the times.
Yeah, for sure.
That event itself was, you know, like it was a chance to actually network with others and actually be in a room with a whole bunch of people who are in the exact same journey as you. And, you know, I really felt that.
Yeah, we really brought it out from behind the screens and into an in-person space, and I'm so grateful for that. And I do think that everybody in the room is a winner, because it's like we don't get a holiday party, do we? We don't get a Christmas party. Like, if that's the thing that gets everyone together and goes, right, when I get to Solo at the end of the year, this annual event that I go to every single year, what am I celebrating? What am I cheersing my glass to? What have I accomplished? Let's use that as the stake in the ground. By Solo, I want to ... And I think we don't have that in the industry. So it's like,
well, we do now.
We do now.
Now.
We've built it, right? We built the table.
It's a fantastic night out.
Yes.
You get to meet some amazing people.
Let's speak to that really quickly before we close it up. The energy in that room that night. Like, I don't know how to really describe what happened that night, because everyone understood the assignment. Like, it was palpable. We were like, the energy was just coming off the tables, wasn't it? It was like everyone was there with the right mindset, with the right energy. It was celebration, collaboration. Like, can we just take a second just to really like hone in on that? It was so much bigger and better than I had ever imagined it to be, as someone who dreamt that night up in my head, to then see it come to fruition.
Yeah.
And to see everybody's response to it was so much, it was a moment for me where I really felt in my bones that I'd created something bigger than I had ever, and I'm giving myself goosebumps right now. I'd created something bigger than I had even dreamt of. And that's weird for me. Like, I have a big visual brain, but it was the people that made it. So can we speak to that really quick?
I think what you did very well, and I think this is a testament to you and your team, is you went out with the right attitude of, this is not a clique, this is not something that is, you know, kind of false, there's no falsehood there. It's very much about women who have come from all different situations but are visionaries. And so there was no competitiveness, even though it was an awards evening. It was every single woman in that room, and man.
There were men.
Yeah,
There were
yeah.
men. There were men in the room.
But I think everyone in that situation was looking around and going, wow, there are people like me, there are people who think like me and are visionary and are excited, but who aren't necessarily going to step on me on their way to success. It was very much,
there's room for everybody in
there's
the
room
online
for
space.
everyone, and this is how we celebrate each and every single person.
Yeah.
And that for me was phenomenal.
I think you nailed it, you know, in terms of the night itself was very, very special. Not everyone was dressed up. You know, like, everyone looked really good. The venue itself, you know,
the Waldorf.
That was
that was a genius marketing move on my behalf. I will take it. I will take it.
I think at some point you've got to tell everyone the story of how it all came about.
I
So
know.
and it's very special. So.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Yeah, we'll
committing you
for
to it.
sure. Yes, absolutely. Guys, just so grateful for your time, your energy, your effort, your care in taking so much time in such a short amount of time as well, for just taking that and just taking each application and reviewing it with care and heart. And I'm so grateful for that, because without you guys we wouldn't have had winners. And I just cannot wait to see what this year unfolds like. We've obviously got big plans for Solo this year. You guys are going to be there. It's going to be fabulous, and I'm just pumped. So yes, if you're sat on the fence, get your application in. What have you got to lose? And I think one of the last pieces that I want to speak to is, ultimately, it's about being in the room. It's there were people in that room that hadn't even put an application in. That's something to be said about the Solopreneur Awards, is that it's so much bigger than trophies and titles. It's so much bigger than that, and it's about that connection piece. It's about finding your tribe to build your business alongside throughout the entire year, because it is hard. It is so hard. You have to, everybody should be going in for Fearless Founder Award, because you can't build a business without being fearless. You have to take risks. You have to do the things that others will not do to get your business to a place which has longevity, which has impact, and has that recognition. But ultimately, so whether you apply or not, be in the room. We only have 200 seats this year, and they are going to go like that. They're already going. So get in the room. Do not miss it. This is your chance to put a stake in the ground and say, I'm backing what I'm building. Let's freaking go. We're on the roller coaster again.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
pleasure is this waffle
Smothered in cream and berries.
smothered in chantilly cream and berries, and it is to die for, genuinely. Soho House. What am I going to do when you're not here to do the vlogging for me?
We'll just have to keep coming.
There's a guy coming behind me. Okay, so it's the day after Overflow. I wasn't able to get a lot of footage from that, but we had the best night last night, and we've just had the most amazing breakfast in Soho House. Now we're off to go do something very exciting that I can't really share about just yet. You will obviously find out everything. But when I tell you we're going next level for solo this year, you have no idea what I've got planned. And so we're off to go do this, to see, we've got an appointment. We've got an appointment to go see a venue, I can tell you that much. And it's gonna be wild, so come along for the ride.
Now, in my humble opinion, Nikki Pope is driving through London. Now we're just coming out of Soho Square, and the fact that this woman drives in London blows my mind. It does genuinely blow my mind. I cannot think of anything worse.
I love it.
I love it.
Like, so, I don't know what it is. Like, I love it. I would much prefer to drive right in the centre of London in my own car, in my own, like,
in your little
cozy.
bubble.
Yeah. And I just think, I don't know. I don't have road rage, so I can...
You don't have the fear around it either, because for me, it's kind of like Edinburgh. There are cyclists everywhere, people on motorbikes. The cab drivers are... Some of them are really friendly and they'll let you out, but some of them are like very aggressive. And I just think the skill level actually is to be commended, my darling.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, I think it's so brave. I can't think of anything worse. I would never drive. I would never ever drive to or within London. I think it's incredible that you do that, darling.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I'm gonna pep you up there.
I love it. I'll take it.
But I'm actually quite I'm enjoying the luxury of it, of being driven around, like chauffeured around London.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. I just much prefer it, like, to be in my own little spot. And I think kind of we had to as well with Solo, because obviously we had a car full of stuff, so I had to.
Yes.
I had to do the drive.
You had to do the drive.
Yeah. Sorry. That'd be a good place to cut.
You have to stop at the traffic.
Oh my goodness, feeling super cozy this morning. It is frosty outside, just like the house is quiet, and I've got a fire going. It's the morning after getting back from London, and I just feel really grateful for this past weekend, because across the board, like, I feel like I have just managed to shake up the energy a little bit, because after Solo, I crashed. I completely crashed. And 2025 for me was a year in itself. Personally, professionally, just fought a lot of fires in 2025, and I just crashed. So I got back from Solo, and I don't think I moved off the sofa for like a week. And then Christmas came, then I got sick, and it's just been a whole thing. And so I think, having been in London this past sort of weekend, past couple days, I feel like it's shaken something up in me. It feels like something has finally shifted, so I can get back into that energy of, let's go. But so yeah, today is a day of catching up with clients, making sure that everybody's happy, making sure everything is moving, everyone's on top of their goals. So yeah, that's kind of my day today, is sort of getting on top of that. I had a lot of messages and things in the DMs that I haven't gotten back to yet. So it's going to be one of those days. And I think one of the things that you're going to learn about me is, as much as I am an extrovert, I am definitely, I'm an introvert. Like I love my space. I could stay in the house for a good week without leaving. 10 days, maybe even. Like it's a thing. I have to like recoup my energy back up together. And so yeah, that's kind of what we're doing today. But this has been a magical first vlog. I will get into the habit of vlogging and sharing my world a little bit with you guys. But yeah, I'm super excited for what's to come. So thank you so much for joining me. And I can't wait to take you behind the scenes of this crazy roller coaster that we call life and business. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one.